Hey, wow. Uh, First of all, do I look just a little bit stressed out? Okay. I thought I'd just go ahead and do this video right away while I can still capture the feelings that I was having. Anyways, Instacart. It's a really, really, really easy job until it goes wrong. Then, oh my God, you never know what's going to happen. It could be just running along just fine. Everything's hunky-dory, beep, beep, boop, bop, whatever. All of a sudden, crash. Okay, well, today was one of those days, and it's continuing to be one of those days. I'm just about ready to pull into one of these daiquiri drive-thrus that we have here in Louisiana and order me some, even though I don't drink alcohol anymore. But let me tell you about what happened. It's okay. It came out okay in the end. I have to tell you that. But it can be mildly infuriating when things go wrong. So, I got up late. I was supposed to take a friend of mine to an appointment, and anyways, so I was kind of like, I'm a type of a person, I don't like to make plans necessarily, but when there are plans, I don't know, maybe I get thrown off somehow, but that's kind of how I felt this morning. I was a little like shifted, like something. I'm very, very routine about everything. People that know me are like, yeah, she's like routine by the book. Although I'd like to say, oh no, I'd love to, just jump up and go to a party. Not. Okay, back to what we were talking about. So this morning, I was kind of and I was trying to feel good, and I get to Costco and do my usual thing. I'm sitting there waiting, for the drop. Actually, I had missed the drop. That's what was irritating me. Number one, I had missed the drop by like 10 minutes. So and then one came up for $54, but it was a threefer. And I I looked at it, and I was like, okay, Costco. And I'm kind of going slow, which you can't do with Instacart when trying to make a decision about which one to accept. And, I should have taken it. I should have just taken it. My gut was saying, take it. And my brain that was still not caught up with what was going on today was just kind of like, I don't know, And then I'm like, it's gone. So I could have made $54, boom, like that. It probably would have taken me 2 hours approximately, but that's still $25 an hour. Grr. So anyways, so I was feeling a little sorry for myself for tripping out on that one, missing out on it. And then up comes another one. It's $36.92, I think it was. And I was just like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. Boom. Hit accept. And I didn't really think that much of it. I looked at I always go into, you got the little 3 dots on the right hand side on your phone. And I look at the batch, and before I even go to the store to shop the first order. And I thought, oh, okay, this doesn't look so bad, pretty easy. I'm already here at Costco. That's the first shop. And the first batch was 3 cases of the Ozarka water, spring water. 40 pack of water. And then 4 cases of the Dr. Pepper. Easy. Second order, Sprouts. I like Sprouts. I didn't used to like Sprouts until I finally started shopping it more regularly. And the more that you shop, it's like practicing, the better you'll get at it. And I'm still in a learning process with them. There are still some items that I'll just be like, I can't find this. But they're very, very helpful, at least at my Sprouts they are. And it was a very routine shop. There was nothing weird about it. So I did those. And then I went and I delivered the first order. Fine. It was like, it wasn't really a business. I want to say it was something to do with mental health, I think, like a rehab or a hospital or something like that. And it, it was a small office attached to it. And so I dropped those off and I get back on the road and head to my next delivery. And it's for a town over, and it's within the 20-mile radius that I normally place upon myself. And that's when things started getting a little weird. And I mean, the road that I took to get this house was like, and there's a lot of roads like that here in Louisiana. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you can be right outside of the city here, Baton Rouge, and instantly you're in the country. It's like that fast. So I'm driving along and I'm getting a little curious because this little voice inside of my head is saying, this doesn't feel right. My little sixth sense, this doesn't feel right, Heather. So I pulled up the Instacart map, which is when you go into your batch and you look at, you look at everything and it's telling me that this house is located over here. But my Google Maps is saying, no, the house is over here. Okay. So I'm like, I got to pull over for a few minutes because you can't be driving on these little langy roads here in Louisiana with these ditches that are like huge. They'll swallow your car. And there are no guardrails. No. Anyways, we'll talk about that on another day. So I pulled over and I looked at the 2 maps and I thought, oh God, here we go again. This happened to me one other time. Actually, it's happened to me 2 other times. One was here in Louisiana. Another time was in Florida. The first one in Florida, I never was able to deliver it because I never found the house. The second time here in Louisiana, I did find the house. We're not going to talk about that one, though. That was a bad episode, but I managed to get through it. But this one was looking like it was going to be the same kind of awfulness. So I thought, okay, I got to make a decision. Let's go and Google this again. So I separately Googled the address, the street name, and there are no other matches for that address in the town that I'm in. 0. So I'm like, okay, Google Maps is correct. I even did, a search on it, for like realtor.com. A lot of times I go to that site and I actually look for houses that way. I know it sounds crazy, but anyways, there was the house, there was the address. I was like, okay, bingo, I'm heading in the right direction. Instacart's map is wrong. So I get to the house and I put the groceries at the front door. And of course, I can't complete this order because I'm about 20 miles away from where it says I'm supposed to be delivering it, which I know is completely incorrect. And I think to myself, no, I am not driving 20 extra miles out of my way to go to where Instacart says that I'm supposed to deliver this order and then mark it as complete, because that's the option that you get on the app when you're trying to make a delivery and the maps don't match up and the GPS don't jive. That's how I've gotten away with it in the past, is I've just gone ahead and delivered it to the correct location, and then I'll take a quick trip over to where the GPS, on Instacart's map says I'm supposed to be, and I'll just hit, complete. I'm done, and I'll deliver the order that way. It's weird, but we have all kinds of ways, don't we? Anyway, so I thought, no, I ring the doorbell. It says to ring the doorbell, and nobody comes. There's a ring doorbell. I hold up the phone. I say, your address. It says I'm too far away from your address. This is the correct house, and I texted her. I said, okay, I'm not dealing with any more of this, because yesterday I got an email that said that I delivered, or the customer said that they never got their delivery. I make sure that I deliver to the correct house every time. I try every which way. I use Google Maps. I use, like I said, realtor.com. I do all kinds of things. I did have an order yesterday, and it was from Lowe's, and I swear to God, I'm not taking any more Lowe's orders after this. I'm just like, I'm done. Spray paint, 3. So I bought them, no issues, checking out, and I went to the house to deliver them. It requires an ID because of these stupid kids huffing. Stop it. Stop doing drugs. My God. Anyways, separate issue. So I went to a neighbor's house. I scanned their ID, and I asked them, when your neighbor comes home, could you please give this to them? Thank you so much. They were very nice. I took a picture of their house number, the gentleman's name. I passed all of this information on in the text message to this customer. I went above and beyond. After I completed the order, I noticed that that particular customer had only tipped me $2. And guess what? It was probably that customer that told Instacart that they never received their order. Anyways, that's another thing. I'll tell you what happened today. I'll finish up my story, and I apologize. I'm one of those. I go off in different tangents. Very frustrating. It's even frustrating for me. So I get on the line with customer service. I tell them, this isn't right. I'm going to lose out my tip. That's not right. I said, you guys are the ones that have the wrong GPS here. Huh? And the customer service, Instacart, actually acknowledged it. Shocking. She says, hold on. And it took a while. I mean, it took like an extra 10-15 minutes. But I was able to get extra compensation for the order. The customer, while all of this was going on, came out of the neighbor's house. And she said, I'm so sorry about that. I said, no, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure that you got your groceries, okay? And I showed her how it was supposed, her house was like 20 miles away, supposedly. Customer service fixed it all for me. I didn't have to cancel it. I didn't have to lose out on my tip. All because I took a little bit of extra time to try to fix or to rectify the situation. There are a lot of us that would have said, oh, screw this. I'm just not worth it. I agree. Most of the time, the majority of the time, I would have said the same thing. But something told me, just stick with it, Heather. It's going to help you out in the end. So I did one order today, 2 batches. I got $60. Yay! Okay, I know that's not a whole lot to everybody, but it was worth it to me because, number one, I didn't have to take that person's groceries and potentially have to, I would have ridden around with those groceries in my car today, because I'm working and I'm not close to home. It's going to take me an hour to get home from where I'm at. So it would have been so much waste. And, I wanted to make sure that the customer was happy, and everything turned out right in the end. It was stressful. It was anxiety inducing for me. I am not like a people person anymore. Something's happened to me. That's a separate subject. It's called mental health. Trust me. I have some issues, and this job ticks all the boxes for me. It helps me. I don't have to really interact with too many living, breathing people anymore. This situation was something else. I was happy to finally see the customer in flesh and blood, and and she had a sad story, and we just talked about it, and she says, oh, I appreciate it so much, that you went the extra mile to get me my groceries. And that made my day. It was rough, and I feel like I've been through the ringer, and I feel like getting a daiquiri. But I did what I needed to do. I did my job, and I feel good about it. And my mental duress while it was all going on, I can pat myself on the back and say, job well done, Heather. You're your own boss. You handled that good. So, alrighty, I am going back to work. No drive-through daiquiris for me. So, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Keep on keeping on, okay? And please, if you enjoyed this video, boy, I'm starting to sound like a YouTuber, please hit that like button and subscribe. All right, guys. Bye.